Salutations everyone, this is Razor here bringing you some domination gameplay on the map Raid, using not only my Diamond B23R but my Diamond XPR semi-automatic sniper rifle, getting killed there right off the spawn because the XPR sucks balls, using the VSAT, the Lodestar, and the attack dogs, typical perk setup as usual. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the XPR. I think it's the worst sniper rifle in Black Ops 2. And here are my reasons. I'm sure not everyone feels this way, but it's not as low damage as the SVU, granted, but the SVU does have a much lower recoil, so follow-up shots are much easier to do. And it does the same damage as the Ballista, but a slower ADS time. The Ballista's main advantage is that has the fastest ADS. And you can also make it iron sights and such. But the XPR does the same amount of damage, has the same hit multiplier, so you're going to get the same amount of one-hit kills, but you won't be able to scope in as quickly, so you aren't going to be performing as well. It is a semi-automatic, so that does, help a little bit when you compare it to the bolt actions. So it has faster fire rate, obviously. But with the one-hit kill multipliers and the slower ADS, just doesn't make for a good sniper rifle when you compare it to the others. It's by no means like a super awful, terrible gun and shouldn't be in the game and is like the worst sniper ever. I'm not saying that. It's just when you compare it to the other snipers in the game, I feel that it's inferior. See this guy coming up. Got my Diamond B23R, just rocking it. And I haven't had much success with it. I guess I get kind of unlucky when I'm using the gun, but when I posted an XPR gameplay the last time, one of my subscribers, I forget which, so I'm sorry, you posted in the comments if it was you, but someone told me to use the thermal sight on it, so that's what I did. And I think this was the second gameplay, or the second game that I used it, and I started doing fairly well. Of course, it'll have the same effect on any sniper rifle, but with the ballista, sometimes I like rocking iron sight, and with the DSR, I want a much bigger clip or dual clips. So basically, with all the other sniper rifles, I have attachments that I really like using. But with the XPR, it's got a good size clip, and I just don't. The attachments you can use freely for whatever you want. So throwing up the thermal wasn't too bad. And I was able to, just pick my shots more carefully when it came to, just aiming to way upper body, because this thing will get hit markers to the stomach like crazy, much like the ballista. But it seems like it gets more hit markers than the ballista. I'm sure it's just my imagination, but that's just the way it feels to me. So gave this gave the attachment a try, and it started to do fairly well with it. And on a map like Raid, is pretty decent for sniping. Taken out by another sniper right there. Far superior DSR-50. But you got to change it up every now and again, and I did want to get the diamond camos on the snipers, so I had to use the XPR an awful lot. I've also tried using the ACOG sight, which would be really good, but it gets way too many hit markers. I like the ACOG sight. I like how it looks on the DSR, but I just get nothing but hit markers with it. I didn't use this gun a whole lot in the beginning before it got nerfed. That's right, the XPR did get nerfed, if you do remember. In the very first patch, they increased the recoil of the XPR, which I did notice, but I also hadn't used the XPR much before this nerf. So I'm not really sure how good it was when it had a lesser recoil, but it didn't really change the damage output that it did, or the hit multipliers, which is what really matters. But you can have some fun with this gun. It feels really good when you can get some successive hits, but for the most part, like you see a little bit in this gameplay, as well as any other time I try to use the XPR, it's going to be mostly 2 shots to people. It's not going to be a lot of 3 shots, granted. It's not that terrible, but most of the time it feels like when I shoot people and I get the kill, I mean, sometimes I'm just going to get killed. When I get the kill, it seems like it's going to take two shots most of the time, just because of how low damage it is. But I see a lot of people who use the XPR in like montages and stuff. You don't see it that often in like public matches because the DSR-50 just rules and the people love to spam with that SVU. So you don't see a lot of ballista, but you see a little bit of it because it's a bolt action and it has a faster ADS. So some people like to use that a little more. And you don't see much of the XPR-50. And it'll be very interesting to see what sniper they give us, if they do give us another sniper in the next DLC. It'd be nice if they gave us like some heads up. I think it's in, um, I forget what month it's in, but hopefully they do give us another weapon. And if it's a sniper rifle, it'd be interesting to see what they give us. I would like a higher powered semi-automatic than the XPR, say like a Barrett 50 cal. But you know, anything else, anything that they give us, I'm sure will be somewhat different. I mean, we already have two bolt actions, so I wouldn't expect that. We have a low powered, low recoil in the SVU, but I wouldn't be surprised if they gave us something like it, like the Dragunov or an RSAS. But most likely it would be a high-powered semi-automatic. That would be relatively good. With these DLC guns, I think they're always going to give us a weapon that's relatively useful. They're not going to give us something that just everyone hates. I mean, the Peacekeeper came out and everyone was using it, and then, you know, a lot of people liked the gun because it's a really, really strong gun. It has almost no recoil. It has a little bit of view kick. But that's a really strong gun, and you still see a lot of people use it. Yeah, I'm just going on a merciless streak right here. Got my Lodestar and my dogs. I'm going to go ahead and call in those puppies to solve this mystery. And we're going to go ahead and grab the A flag, throw a C4, kill that defender. We got the my VSAT still up in the air. I'm just gonna hide behind the bushes right here with these palm trees and go to town with my Lodestar, which is not very useful on raid, unfortunately, because there is a lot of lingering trees, especially near the A flag. So it's really difficult getting kills because those trees, whenever you're in a Lodestar, those trees just become adamantium and completely indestructible. When you got, you know, a grenade or you know a gun that shoots bullets, those trees are like almost ethereal. But when you hop into anything that fires rockets in your air support, they are going to be impenetrable ottomans of doom. So we get the victory there. Got all but two people to rage quit. And I did fairly well here with the XPR. My final score is 39 and 5. And I didn't even get most of my kills with my score streaks. I got those rather later on, and when I did call them in, everyone dashboarded, as per usual. But I was also to get 9 captures and 14 defends. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave your comments below, and I will see you guys next time.